Hey guys, so I wanted to talk to you about family issues, which is, if anybody knew me, uh, you guys, you'd know that I have family issues. I have a sibling that I don't speak to. I actually have two siblings that I really don't speak to, and I didn't believe in behaving like that until I felt like for my health and I couldn't. So when I talk about things, it's from my own experience, and I do not at all have some sort of picture perfect. Everybody has some sort of dark poison in their family, and I certainly was part of that in my family for a little bit of time. And then like cancer grows. I didn't want to grow, so I had to detach myself from that. I am not going to bring up personal family things, and this is why. Because it's my side, and there are three sides to every story, but it's my side. And if I am ever challenged by a family member, and it has to be a family member, not just somebody who's gossipy, I would certainly defend myself with the proof that I have to defend myself, and with actions and rebuttals to defend myself. So not for any time here, as I'm talking about family issues, am I saying that I have a perfect family and or that I have a great relationship with everybody in my family. Once upon a time ago, I placated everybody in my family that I didn't genuinely love or have respect for, and or, you know what I'm saying? I've built things up in my own head to make my life easier. But as I've gotten older and behavior has continued, I can't find excuses for people anymore. So, family or not, I have to back away and say, I guess I am capable of loving unconditionally as long as it doesn't affect my life. You can't let your bad habits affect my life and you just say, accept me for who I am. No, that does not give you a pass to continue to do that to anybody's life. So, it's funny because I love when people say, that person, she does horrible things. Yeah, I know, but I know it. Why do you think that makes you appear smarter? Because you know what this person is doing regardless of who they are. So if there was a family member that was speaking not happy, if there was a family member that was speaking derogatory about me, and somebody didn't have enough sense to say, let me get the other side of that story, and there's nothing that I can do about that. I can't defend myself over something that you can't defend. And that goes all the way around. With family, however, it goes into the veins. And it hurts more because there's people involved that you love and respect. And you have to really remember that you show yourself. And when you show yourself, that speaks your character. And if you're okay with that, then that's all you have to answer to. Because if you can look at the people that you have issue with, and you say, there's a lot of people in this family that have issue with the same person. So the power of math, the math says, maybe it's not me, right? I think I've said this story. My dad, he's taught me a couple things. He's passed on. He taught me a couple things. One that I've carried for like a really long time now, over 30 years, probably closer to 40 years here, was if somebody says something about you, let it go. if somebody else says something about you, it's a coincidence, let it go. If 3 people say the same thing about you and they don't know each other, chances are it's not them, it's you. Look at yourself if you don't like it. If you don't like what they're saying, look at yourself and fix that, because chances are it's not them, it's you. So you need to address things like that. And me, I speak about that too, but I live with, I'm open to the fact that I'm not perfect, but I'm not going to be made a fool either. And I think that sometimes family have a way of manipulating, again, it's almost a dirty way, because if it was a partner, so if it was a partner that brought up our weaknesses and used them as weapons, that is abuse, right? So our family doing that, and the worst again goes that there are other generations and other people that you love, and it's hard to fight a battle sometimes when you don't even want to talk about it and bring people into it, right? So when there are family issues, if you can't accept the person for who they are and be a part of that behavior that doesn't make you happy, then you have to love them from afar or disconnect completely. So it's sad to say, but the thing is, the only person you can ever change in life is you. You can't change anybody else. You could bring old patterns and old behaviors, and they can last for 50 years. If that person doesn't want to change, that old behavior that you keep bringing up isn't so old when it continues to happen. It's old behavior, but it's old behavior that's never been changed over the course of time. So it's constant behavior. Because I hear that sometimes. You're bringing up things from the past. No, bringing up things from last week. That would have happened 40 years ago, but not by me. So with family, we give them a lot of excuse. We give them a lot of room for error. But at some point, you have to stand and realize maybe whatever this relationship is and however it is, I need to put some distance between it or change it to where maybe I could be heard and where I feel better about myself in that relationship. Because just like any relationship, we shouldn't feel worse about ourselves. We should feel better about ourselves. That person should bring out the best in us, want us to bring out the best in us. They should be helpful in that regard. Sometimes family isn't like that. What do? Be supportive of people. Bring people up. Help them be the best that they can be. Don't be afraid that they're not going to need you anymore when they don't need you anymore. It'll be because they want you then. Don't be afraid of that. And don't forget, be better than you were yesterday, today, and not quite as good as you're going to be tomorrow. Follow me everywhere you hear your podcast. Share, listen, talk about me. Hit any kind of notifications to let you know when I'm coming back. Thanks, guys. This is Toddie One Skip, and this was Issues with Toddie One Skip, Issues with Family.